Welcome. Welcome to this moment, to whatever your hair looks like in this moment, whatever your body looks like in this moment. Kind of welcome yourself from your fingers, the top of your head, all the way down to your toes. Actually, start with the crown of your head and just say a hello to your body, and with a welcome and with tenderness for whatever's going on. Your skin, and on everything on the other side of your skin, on the inside of your skin. Imagine what that looks like. Imagine the sensations. And it's hard to hold like everything inside your body from your, I'm like scanning. There's like the top of my head, my face, my jaw. How is that right now? And can we offer ourselves some tenderness? Can we offer ourselves some acceptance for wherever we are? Some movement just to check in. Sometimes I can't feel my body unless I move it. I feel it up against something else. That's true with our needs as well. You notice my body when I rub up against something, like I can feel my hands on my clothes or robe, and my feet on the ground. I can feel that. So we feel our body more acutely when it rubs up against something. Just like we feel our needs more acutely often when we rub up against other people's needs. I just love that phenomena. Maybe I'm the only one. But I often don't know what my needs are until they don't get met. So I love to be able to practice, like, of course, mourning unmet needs and celebrating. It's like, okay, I found them out. Maybe there's 1,000 other ways I can meet those needs. Let that sparkle in your body, that celebration and mourning being interconnected. So, as a way of adding tenderness to our body, I was hoping we could sort of just give ourselves just a little mini massage right now. I don't know if you're driving and I know it's important to have two hands on the wheels, but you take the other hand and reach around and maybe rub your shoulder. See how that is. I actually came prepared with a little bit of cream. So reach around and rub your shoulder wherever you are. Rub your neck just to connect. Again, like I mentioned, you don't often realize all that's in your body until you feel it rubbing against something else. So rub, touch your body, move your body, give it what it needs. And you may not know what it needs until you like, oh wow, my shoulders need something more than what I'm going to be able to give it in a second. So um, I invite you to sort of sink into the tragedy of that, of how stiff we get as we get older, and then the gift of that as well. I'm going to go to the other side, stretch around. This is giving my shoulder a good stretch too. Reach around, rub your neck, luxuriate in anything that feels good. If there's tightness or tenderness there, only go to the point where it's like, oh yeah, I feel that, but that it feels good. It feels like you're maybe giving presence to something that you haven't been aware of before. And when I say give presence, it's like a bearing witness to your body that we do with our beloveds, our friends. That we just the power of that presence and how healing that is. So I'd like to give our body presence right now, and I do that by touching it. I don't know where to go now. My body's like, oh, what's next? How does your body feel? Is your body as excited as mine is? So our necks, even even whether you have cream or not like me, just rub your hands now. Rub your hands together and feel the sensations of your fingers, one up against each other. And again, you may not know that your fingers are tired. If anybody works on the computer, look at this lovely joint right here. Huh? Oh, this beautiful love and tenderness. You know, we just don't often know what our body is going through till we give it some tender presence, some love. So ask your body what else it needs. If you can reach down to your legs and knees if you're lying down. If you're okay, if you're driving, I think one person on the call might be driving. If you're driving, you may want to not do this, but for those of us who are sitting, I'm going to reach down and rub one knee. Again, it's this idea of like we're giving our body presence. We're feeling needs that it might have that we might not have been aware of until we rub up against it. Till we feel any tenderness there. So reach down and just rub your knees. If you're walking, just try to become aware of your knees. Ask your knees how you're doing. You know what's next after your knees, right? So reach down to your feet if you can. You can bring one knee up over the other so you have your foot. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I think this is lovely. I think every loving kindness meditation is to give ourselves mini massages from now on. It's just a way of just giving ourselves presence, offering ourselves some love, some tenderness. Okay, last thing is to put your other knee across and rub the other foot. Just gently touch it and see the response. Is there like surprise, like maybe your foot saying, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this? This is strange." And if you're again not in a position that you're able to do that, maybe you have shoes on. But for those that don't, if you're lying down, just bring your knee up and rub your foot. Give each of your toes and some foot a little bit of presence, a little bit of love. So those are the parts of my body that I can easily get to, that I can easily offer a little bit of love to. And I just encourage you in the next 24 hours to find some time to be intimate with yourself, to touch your body and rub your body. I don't think it's socially acceptable, frankly. I don't think in public you're going to want to do a whole lot of that without sort of judgment from people. It is such a beautiful thing to do. Such a beautiful act of loving kindness to yourself. And I also encourage you to even imagine right now what it would be like to come up next to a friend and say, "Can I rub your shoulders for a little bit?" Right? They might make sure that again you feel comfortable doing that. But just even imagine it. Bring it into your consciousness. What would that be like to offer loving kindness to somebody we know with just a little bit of a shoulder rub? Or even better yet, a foot rub. Strangers maybe just hoping that they get the gift of touch from other people. Um, and yeah, and the same thing with people that we find more challenging. Oh, yeah, just, yeah. I remember offering touch to a more challenging person, and it didn't go so well, so careful about that. Wow. Oh, so sad, right? Again, that mourning and celebration, don't really know if it's going to be lovingly accepted or not, and certainly was shocking to them, I think. So here we go. May the benefit from loving, becoming intimate with our bodies, benefit all beings in the world. May everyone benefit from our practice, and thank you so much for joining us.